Welcome back, all my fragrance fanatic friends and beauty besties. It's Jamie here, and I hope that you are having a fantastic day today. I am super excited because Dolce & Gabbana finally released the new flanker to the Devotion collection called My Devotion. We are going to be going over all the details of this perfume. What does it smell like? Longevity? Does it smell similar to anything else? Packaging, different layering ideas, everything you can think of, we're gonna go over today. So I will put the link to where I purchased this perfume down in the description box below. If some of you are wondering how I got it a little bit earlier, it's because on Sephora, it's not supposed to be out until September 1st. But if you go on the actual Dolce & Gabbana website, it's already out. You can go ahead and purchase it. The only difference is that you can't get a travel size or a 30 ml. They only have the 50 ml and the 100 ml available on the Dolce & Gabbana website. But if you want to hold out and wait till September 1st, you can get something smaller, to kind of sample it if you want to. If you don't want to like blind buy a big 50 ml bottle, I completely understand. You can wait till September 1st on Sephora to do that. So I'll put down both of those links in the description box below. But I'm not sure when this video is going to be released. So if it is before September 1st, just know it's not going to be out yet. So anyway, so with all that out of the way, let's get started. So let's go over the packaging and the pricing first. It comes in this pink, like blush pink, baby pink, I guess you call it, box here. And on the back, it has some of the notes. And the full-size 100 ml bottle is retailing for $175. The 50 ml bottle, which is what I picked up, is retailing for $143. Again, if you wait till Sephora comes out with this perfume, you can get the 30 ml for $108, or the travel size is going to be $38. So, and then this is what the bottle looks like. Oh, look at it, you guys. And look, like I had to match my nails, of course, obviously. Yeah, it's so pretty. This like just very blush pink, baby pink color. So now let me read the description that Dolce & Gabbana has about this perfume, what they want you to experience and feel along the fragrance journey. It says, Dolce & Gabbana unveils My Devotion, a fragrance that reinterprets devotion with a deeply personal touch. This new scent is a celebration of self-driven passion, individual values, and the essence of what makes each person unique. Beyond love and romance, My Devotion is an intimate tribute to self-appreciation and authenticity, a deep-rooted value in Dolce & Gabbana's DNA. It's an olfactory expression of the unwavering dedication one holds for themselves and their journey through life, sealed by the Sacred Heart, the front of the bottle, this what they're calling the Sacred Heart. My Devotion is an luminous floral gourmand fragrance exquisitely created by master perfumer Olivier Crisp. The one, he's the guy, he's the dude, he's the man that created the other two as well. And several other like amazing perfumes. It opens with the soft, airy elegance of pear blossom, gracefully intertwined with the juicy vibrance of cassis, which lends a delicate fruity nuance to the composition. At the heart, a radiant bouquet of peony unfolds. It's subtly green, keep that in mind, and lightly sweet facets enhanced by the gentle brightness of orange blossom, creating a floral symphony that balances freshness and depth. Keep that in mind as well. At the base, indulgent Madagascar vanilla takes center stage, threading the new fragrance to the original Devotion, but now enveloped in the sophisticated warmth of musky ambroxan and a refined ambery wood accord that bear a new and original olfactive identity to the composition. The result is a scent that is both elegantly comforting and familiarly gourmand in its allure. So now let's talk about what this smells like. So when I first spray this out, I'll tell you, it's not the pear I was thinking about. I was thinking this was, now I know it says pear blossom. It says pear blossom on the box. It says pear blossom on Fragrantica on the notes, on the paper I just read you. But sometimes that can mean more of like an actual pear smell. But no, that's not quite what I'm getting for this. This is definitely more of a pear blossom. Not like a juicy aquatic, you're biting into a pear. Not like that. It's more like an actual like pear, like flower, very fresh smelling. And then the cassis. Now, if you go on, you know, some of the websites are saying cassis, some of them are saying black currant, which they can be different. Black currant is really like juicy, sweet, sometimes a little tart, very fruity, very ultra fruitiness going on. And that's what I was kind of thinking this was going to be in the first opening. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a blast of like juicy, aquatic fresh pear and this like really ultra fruity black currant. And that's not what I'm getting. The cassis is a little green and tart, and it's just lightly fruity, very subtly lightly fruity. So don't think like heavy dominant fruitiness in this perfume. And it's very bright. The opening is very bright smelling and a little green, and the green is a little bit tart, just like a pinch of like a green tartness. And if you are somebody who has issues with black currant and cassis and all of that, like some people think it like can come off more like cat pee and stuff, I would be very cautious, tread lightly with this perfume. I am not getting any sort of cat pee smell from this perfume, but that does not mean somebody else that isn't more sensitive to cassis or black currant won't pick up that type of scent. So just be cautious with that, because it is a little sharp in that opening. But I don't mean that in a bad way. Like sharp doesn't have to mean bad, because honestly, the original Devotion, like it has a kind of sharp opening, but I love that about this perfume. So this also does have a sharp but it dries down so quickly. So don't worry about it like lasting long. Like it's like a sharp opening, very bright, and then it dries down very quickly. And when it starts to dry down, then I start to get this. It's a very creamy, sweet, pink, ultra feminine peony, very peony dominant. Lots of peony in this perfume if you're a peony fan. And it starts to mix with this orange blossom, and I'm getting the vanilla, and it's got this like creamy, sweet, like muskiness going on. And then as it dries down even further, I am getting, that's when the citruses really start to come through. That's when I start to get more of a devotion-y type of smell. But it's not the original. So the original Devotion was more, it was citrus candies, and it was more lemon dominant citrus candies. In Devotion Intense, it was citrusy, but more orange dominant citruses. With my Devotion, to me, this smells more like a green mandarin. I haven't heard anyone else talk about this on like the different reviews and stuff. I've been reading about this because I wanted to see like, what are other people thinking about this? And I haven't heard anything mention like a green mandarin, but that's what I'm picking up. I am in the process of editing this video, and it occurred to me that I never explained where I'm getting this supposed green mandarin note, because there's no green mandarin listed at all. So I'm picking up the orange blossom, which is coming off like an orange, and I'm picking up like a green tartness that I suppose is coming from the cassis. And when you mix those two things together, that's what's giving me this green mandarin vibe. So I just wanted to explain that to you guys in case you were wondering. Now back to the video. It's definitely not like a lemon. It's not a lime. It's not a grapefruit. It's in the orange family, but there is a green tartness to the citrus. And it starts to like melt into this very warm, sensual amber. And the whole thing is very creamy and sweet. And there is that freshness, that very freshness going on, but also there's this depth, this, like I said, this sensual ambery depth. So it's, you know, it's balanced out like so nicely. And in the deep, deep dry down, several hours later, that greenness has faded away, and it's more of an orange blossom with that warm, sensual amber and some vanilla. So very creamy, sweet, orange blossom and ambery type of smell is what I get in the deep, deep dry down. So overall, I would say this to me smells ultra feminine, and it smells like springtime to me. And I know that's because of the peony, because whenever I smell peony, I just instantly, like, my brain goes to springtime, but maybe not for you. I mean, it's almost fall now and it smells amazing. So you can wear this anytime you want, but I just picture springtime in my mind when I smell this. And it's just a very creamy, sweet, vanilla, warm amber. It's fruity, floral, citrusy, fresh. And I think she smells like absolutely amazing, like 10 out of 10 as far as how she smells, in my opinion. As far as longevity goes, I'm getting bare minimum 6 hours, but I've been getting up to 8 hours, 8+ hours with this perfume. I think it's because of that added, that help that it's receiving from that amber, that deep, warm, sensual amber. Is making this last even longer versus the other two, which I never had huge problems with the other two, but they were more like around the 6 hour range. But this one, like I said, 8 hours plus, it goes the distance. She goes a little bit further than the other two do. Now, what does this perfume remind me of? The first thing that came to my head was Good Girl Blush. Definitely has strong similarities to Good Girl Blush. That fresh, creamy, sweet, citrusy. It's got the peony, the vanilla. So lots of similarities there. If somebody had told me, like if I just smelt this, I didn't see the bottle or anything, I just smelt it, and somebody said, yeah, this is a Good Girl flanker, I would be like, okay, yeah, it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. What else would it be? So it definitely has some similarities there to that perfume. And then I thought of Barbie by Define Me. Now, Barbie, I also think smells very similar to Good Girl Blush. Now, again, these aren't dupes or anything. They all have their own personalities, individual personalities, but they're in that same family. If you like these types of perfumes, then you will probably like this perfume as well. Probably. The Barbie by Define Me, that one is a little bit more fruity. This one has a sweet creaminess to it. There's the peony, lots of peony in here as well, but there's also other florals going on, magnolia, gardenia, and the fruitiness in here, it's definitely fruitier for sure. It's got strawberries and cherries, much more fruity and a little bit creamier because it has a whipped cream note as well. But I'm getting so many like strong similarities between this and My Devotion. And also Burberry Her Intense. It wasn't in the opening because the opening of these two could not be more different, because this one has a lot of like strawberries, fresh, sweet strawberries going on, very fruitiness. But in the dry down, they could be sisters. I mean, look at them. They look like sisters, or maybe like best friends that just like to dress alike. I mean, look at them. They just go well together. They have the same sort of base. If you love the base in the Burberry Her Intense, then you will absolutely love the base in My Devotion, because it's that creamy, warm, sensual amber mixed with orange blossom. That's what I'm getting in both of these perfumes for sure. And you could most definitely pair these two together and even intensify that sensual amber and orange blossom even more. and then add some more like fruitiness to the My Devotion. Like they play so well together. And you could most definitely pair this up with the original Devotion. If you want to add a little bit more sour, sweet citruses to the mix in here. And you could also pair this up with strawberry letter. Oh my goodness, this is a good combination too. I love strawberry letter, you guys. She plays so well with other perfumes. She's kind of like Vanilla 28. You can use that perfume with just about anything. I feel like strawberry letter is like that too. I can play with her with just about any other perfume, and it just adds a fruity, sweet strawberry touch to it. And so if you want to add a little bit more fruity sweetness to this perfume, you could definitely add some strawberry letter to it. So like I said, My Devotion, I think, is a 10 out of 10. I think she smells great. I think that the bottle design is definitely an 11 out of 10. Love the bottle design. But the question is she a lifer? Is she one of those perfumes I just cannot live without? Can't get enough of her. As soon as this bottle's empty, am I going to run out to the store to grab another one real quick? I don't think so. Partly because when it comes to the whole Devotion collection, you know, I've had the Intense. I had a 50 ml bottle of the Intense. Went through that. Loved that perfume, by the way. The Devotion Intense is amazing. But as soon as I went through my 50 ml bottle of that, did I repurchase it? No. Do I feel like I need to repurchase it? Not really either. But the Devotion Original, I have gone through bottle after bottle of this baby. This is my favorite from the collection. I don't foresee that ever changing. She's a lifer for me. Like, she has my heart. So when it comes to the whole collection, the original is still queen bee, as far as I'm concerned. And the second reason is because I have a lot of other similar perfumes to this. Not, like I said, they're not dupes or anything. I mean, they're different. They have their unique personalities. But I've got other perfumes like it, and that I would choose above My Devotion. Like, for instance, Burberry Her Intense. I would, you know, if both of these were empty and I had enough money to repurchase one of them, which one is it going to be? It's definitely going to be the Burberry Her Intense for sure. Because again, I love it's a very fruity, sweet, fresh strawberry in here. So like I said, I think this smells amazing. I'm going to enjoy this perfume down to the very last drop. I just don't think it's one of those lifers. You know what I mean? So I would love to get your all's opinions down in the comment section about what you guys think about the new My Devotion. What do you think of the bottle? What do you think of the scent? Do you agree with me on how it smells, or do you disagree with me? That it's great either way. I just love to talk to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And remember, before you go, to seize the day and overspray. Bye, guys.